Alright kids, today we are pulling one out of the cellar per se. This is the 2016 edition of the W00tstout stout. This is an imperial, I don't know if it's a Russian stout or exactly what stout it is, but it's an imperial stout. It comes at 13%. It says it's brewed with pecans and wheat.
And we want to thank you for watching Louisiana Beer Reviews.
The story on this is that this is collaboration by 3 brewers, brewmasters rather. I don't know if they're just home brewers, but one of them is Will Wheaton from Next Generation Star Trek, and they get together with a big company or a semi-big company like Stone here, and they collab the beer. Also, they take a portion of whatever's left over from bottling and they save it for next year, so it gets fermented and fermented again,
like
a
sherry
portion of it. So they keep on doing that. I don't know if it's like sherry. I'm not a sherry drinker.
Yeah, but
so anyway, this is
it.
It's got a pretty embossed bottle. It's not the new sticker con. This one's painted per se, and this was bottled on July the 5th, 2016. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this open. This is coming in about 2.5 years old since the bottling, and it's been cellared. It's been sitting in dark. We just got it out. It's been in the fridge for about a week, chilling. So we're going to go ahead and try this. It's coming in a little cold. I just pulled it out of the refrigerator for a stout. But we'll go ahead and try it. So we're going to go ahead and open it with our Church's Sacred Brews opener. Thank you, Mike Peters.
Yep. So it's a nice painted label, and it's a dark beer. I'm a member of the Rogue Nation, for whatever that's worth.
So this is pouring thick like we expect.
Now,
Roll type.
Can I see this for a moment before we start? It's saying that it's a ale brewed with pecans, wheat, and rye, with 1/4 aged in bourbon barrels. So a quarter of this is aged in bourbon barrels. Ooh. It's pretty neat. And somewhere else, they had said something else somewhere. 13%.
13%. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put this cap on this. We'll finish it another time. And
oh wait, Stone, why did I say I was a member of the Rogue Nation? That's irrelevant since it's a Stone beer.
Because you did some tastings before you got here?
No, it's just I got this.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at this. It's darkest motor oil. It's nice. It's
Get it together, man. No head.
No, not at all. It's an aged one. Like I said, it's at least 2.5 years old aged now.
There's a little bit of beige foam, but it's so minimal, and it's pretty dark brown.
I have none. So let's go ahead and
Have the time.
taste this one. It's black. It's a classic black on stout. So
I'm so embarrassed about mentioning Rogue in a Stone video, but I'm sort of absent-minded, as people may have noticed.
he used to be a professor too.
I taught history, but
It's pretty solid. Everything's kind of seems to meld together. It's coming down to like this really great tasting chocolatey note. So this is almost like a dessert type beer.
I'm picking out dark roasted barley. Like you said, some chocolate characteristics.
Mm-hmm. The corn seems to have faded in it.
Yeah, if I would never remark about pecan if I didn't know that was on a label.
Mm-mm.
It just smells like a dark beer with that bourbon, little bourbon application. Little, not a lot. It's not
But for
heavy.
2.5 years old, this is coming in pretty solid. I mean,
Should age for a while. 13%. I aged a 9% beer, 9.6% beer for 5 years. The Bigfoot, you know, hearing about it? Bigfoot came out great.
you have quite a few of these big ones in the cellar per se.
Yeah, we have an interesting way of cellaring beer in Louisiana, because in South Louisiana we don't really have cellars.
Basically, what I'll do is I'll stick them in a box. I'll get like a box that they deliver whiskeys or whatever.
Shipping box.
Yeah, shipping box, and I'll just take those and put it in there and I'll seal them. So what it does, cuts out all sunlight, and if I stick it in a nice confined, controlled environment of about 65 to 70 degrees, usually mellows and cellars pretty good for me. It's mimicking what somebody would do as far as like a classic cellar.
Now, thinking if you were in, that's a good idea, I think, and you keep your house pretty cool. And I think if you went to like Monroe, Louisiana, or Ruston, or Shreveport, they probably have cellars because pretty higher, much higher elevation.
Any place that's not in a swamp area like us would have a cellar.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like, you know, it's an extra floor but down.
Rich, very, very dark bread. Some chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
A little bourbon. The nuts and the wheat. Well, the wheat maybe soften it. It's kind of a fudgy thing.
It is kind of fudgy. You know, it's almost like it's mellowed out to be almost like an evil twin. You know, evil twin has that depth and that character to it. The sweetness is kind of gone down, but I'm talking like it's got that body and that character to it, like most evil twin beers do.
It has body and character. It's kind of a heavy-bodied beer, on the lower end of heavy.
Well, that's something to be expected with a beer this big.
Yeah, you're right.
So that said, this is the most excellent beer.
Not bitter.
No, not at all. Not one bit.
Just chocolatey.
I'm not getting
Dark
what you
roasted
consider an
bread.
IBU off of this at all. I guess with time, it's kind of like marinated out into the flavor. It's kind of like when you make a gumbo.
Mellowed out.
Yeah, when you make a gumbo, you do a pot of beans. If you let it sit 3 or 4 days, it all kind of comes together. And
yeah.
it's like really great flavor.
There's no burnt qualities. No.
Not at all.
It's kind of like the IBUs are probably about 60, but bitterness, forget it. It just, if you like sweet bread, sweet like chocolate fudge, and like a liqueur candy, like a fudge that has the bourbon in it.
Yeah, this is almost getting close to a liqueur.
So it says wheat and rye. I'm not picking up any rye spice, but oh well.
Well, I think some of it's there. It's just really undertone now.
Undertone.
Yeah.
Give it an A+.
Oh, A+, absolutely. When I had this fresh, and you got all those notes. But for something that sits for 2.5 years, you still crack it open and get some enjoyment off of it. This is fantastic. It's a world-class beer.
And
anyone that can make a beer that sits in a cellar for 2.5 years, you crack it open, it's great. You can't beat that with a stick.
yeah, and I'd be curious to see what one would be like 5 years in. You know, it would probably just be more intensely bready or earthy. I don't know.
Well, I'd like to get one 5 years in.
You do have a bit of a museum going.
Yeah, I may have one deeper in the years. I may have a 2014. I'll just have to check and see. But we were skipped last year. We didn't get our shipment of the Brewed stout in.
So, and I apologize for saying, talking about road beers in a Stone review. What a fool! What a fool I've been! I'll give it an A+.
Stella.
Nice little bourbon note at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know what barrels they're using. I'll say A+.
Yeah, it's definitely very good.
Outstanding. An A+, 98 out of 100, if not higher. And we're going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, won't y'all?